Hello everyone, this is Endara and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be playing a game called Orebound. I've actually played a few hours of it just to get a feel for the game, and I'm enjoying it, so I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and do this as a live stream. Hang on a second. Mute. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the volume was coming through on my stream. So it seems to be working. Okay, so we're gonna play a game called Orebound today, and I guess it's been out since last year. It says it's early access, so it's officially, I guess, not out yet. It's early access, so things are likely to change, and so far I'm enjoying it. So we're going to just go ahead and get started here. I'm going to click on begin journey. Okay, so we're going to exit. And to open the door, because when I opened this up for the first time, there really wasn't any tutorial or anything, and I saw that Dwarven door interact, but it looked like an F, and I kept hitting the F. It's an E. So this game, unfortunately, is not controller compatible at this time. I'm hoping that will change, so we'll see. I know some other factory games are and some aren't, so I don't know. And some are a hybrid state, so we are going over here to the Citadel relay station to get started, and we are going to hit the E. The E is to interact. The E is to engage with the game, I guess. It's the best way to think about it, I think. Engage. So we're going to click on New Game, and we're going to go ahead and go to the training camp. Says this is a tutorial for new factory players. If you are familiar with factory games and voxel games, you'll likely be able to play right away. If you want to refresh your skills before you start, Orebound's quests begin here. So I do want to run through this tutorial with you because many of the commands are the same, but there may be some that aren't, depending on what you've played in the past. So keep in mind, I am very, very new to streaming. I've only been streaming for a couple of weeks. I have not yet figured out how to put that little box at the bottom corner of the screen so that you can actually see me while I'm playing the game. I'm working on it. Small steps. I'll get there eventually. I haven't yet figured out how to do thumbnails. Again, I'm working on it, and as I learn new aspects to streaming, I will implement them. So one of these days, my setup will look nice and professional. I'd like something to come up on the opening screen for my channel other than a great big green E. But I haven't figured that out yet either. So now it says head to the airship for departure. So we are going to come down here because that's the airship right over there. And we are going to climb these stairs and climb aboard, so we're all set. Airship departing in 0. Here we go. Starting create world. So again, we are just going to a training camp. So it's not going to be an open world yet. But we'll get there. Alright. So, when you first getting started, at least in the tutorial, look for the guys with the exclamation points above their heads. So we're going to talk to the welcome dwarf. The training camp. Greeting, friend. It's good to have you here. Welcome to the training camp, a place where we prepare those known as the Orebound, the specialist dwarves who venture out into the world seeking the Ember Stone and reclaiming the lands that once fell under our ancient empire. Let's start you off with the basics. Go and speak to Borin, the toolmaster, and learn about the essentials belonging to a dwarf. Tip: press shift to sprint. So the objective here is to speak to Borin the toolmaster. And we will be rewarded with an axe. So be sure to accept. Otherwise, you're not going to get very far. So here's Borin. So we're going to press the E. It says, hello there, I am toolmaster of this training camp and will teach you the first steps of surviving the wilderness. To do so, you will need to craft yourself some essential tools. Collect some wood and stone for me. There are many boulders and logs around here on the ground that you can pick up, but to harvest wood it will be much easier to make use of that felling axe you have. Tip: press Q to open your inventory. From there you can place tools into your hotbar. So we need to gather 20 wood and 20 soft stone. And in return we will receive a build hammer, 20 soft stone, 500 gold coin, and 20 wood. Again, be sure to accept. That was the problem I had the first time. I kept forgetting to accept. Okay, so we need to wander around and pick up some logs and some stones. So we're just going to do that. There's a log. For right now, I'm just focusing on what is already lying on the ground. Now that one had a mushroom growing in it, so when I picked up the boulder, see, I'm going to click on Q. Oh, I did not pick up the mushroom. Sometimes you'll pick up the mushroom as well, and sometimes not. So, okay, so we have our 20 wood and our 20 soft stone. So we are ready to go back, and you click Q to close the same screen. So, and in order to walk, you just click the W. It's W, A, S, and D are your directionals. So W goes forward, S goes backwards, A goes to the left, and D goes to the right. Same as a lot of the other games. I don't often play games where I have to use keyboard controls. I prefer to not have to use keyboard controls, especially when different games will use different controls for the same thing. So it just confuses me. I'd rather use a joystick. So we're going to come back here and speak to this guy because he now has a check mark over his head indicating that you have what you need. So I'm going to select E to speak with him again. And underneath here where we originally selected accept, now we are going to click on complete. It says, great work. Here is your reward as promised. Now, the build hammer is without a doubt the most important tool in the arsenal of a dwarf. Never let it out of your sight. Use it to place a tool station. Once you have done so, make yourself a stone pickaxe and come back to me for another reward. Tip: left click with the build hammer to use it. You can also press X to change modes between construct, repair, and destroy. So the objectives are to build a stone pickaxe and a tool station. The rewards will be a steel sword and 500 gold coins. So we are going to click accept. So now we are going to come over here and I'm just going to build that tool station right here. So I'm going to press the Q to open up the menu. Here's the hotbar down here. So I'm going to put my build hammer in the first slot. And I'm going to put my wood axe down here in the second. That cleared out 2 of my inventory spots. So I'm going to click on Q again to close that. So now see down here in the center of the bottom of the center of the screen, highlighted blue is the build hammer. So in order to scroll through, you take your mouse and you use the little scroll wheel in the center. If your mouse does not have a scroll wheel, I am not sure how you would do it in that case, but that's how I know to do it, is just to scroll between the different items in your hotbar. So, and that music sounds awful loud. I'm going to probably just turn off the music. Music is really tricky because you don't know what is going to be considered copyright music. If a game has copyrighted music and does not want it on YouTube, that can give me a copyright ding, which when I was playing Skyrim, I actually got a notification that the music in that was copyrighted, but that we did have permission to use on YouTube. So that at least did not give me a copyright ding, but yeah, I know that as a content creator we have to be careful about that. So I'm going to settings and audio, and I am going to I think I'm going to just turn the music all the way down. Sound effects, we'll bring those to 75, I think. If I need to turn those down again, I will. Same with the navigator. Because I'm hearing all of this in my head. Voiceover, I don't know how much, if any, voiceover other than the voice of the character there will be. So let's go ahead and close that. and resume. So let's see what happens. So we have the build hammer selected, so I'm going to left click, which will bring me to the build screen, and the very first one is crafting, and it takes me right to the tool station, and that's what we want to build anyway. So we have the wood we need, we have the stone we need. I'm just going to click on build. If you're missing anything, it'll let you know. So build, and I'm going to turn this so that it fits right there. That works. It's not perfect, but it'll do. We're not going to be here very long. So in here there are other things that we can build. Wall torches, the stone pickaxe that we need, and we need 10 wood and 10 soft stone. A navigator, level 1, a stone shovel, a stone felling axe, which we were given, a build hammer, compass beacon. These are things that you will use during the normal game. Not so much in the tutorial. Some of them we will, but not most of them. So it said that for the pickaxe we needed 10 and 10. Yeah. So I'm going to click on Q, and I've got enough. So we're going to go ahead and just build. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. We're going to interact with the tool station. So E, and we're going to click on the stone pickaxe, and it'll tell you. So it tells me that I have 26 wood, I need 10, so we're good there. I have 24 soft stone, I need 10, we're good there. So craft. There we go. And now I'm going to hit the E to get out of that screen. And see, the guy has a check mark over his head again. So we're going to come over here and hit E to interact with him. Great work. Here is your reward as promised. Now the build hammer is without a doubt the most important. Wait a minute. Oh, no, we've already read that. We need to just hit complete here. There we go. Now we're ready to read the next section. You're a natural-born toolsmith. Remember, the tool station contains many useful things to aid you in your journey. You can upgrade it to unlock new and better tools. Now, go and speak to Grendar, our lead miner in the camp, to learn the ropes of mining. So, objectives is to go speak with Grendar, the lead miner, and you will get a navigator and 500 gold coins. So we are going to click on accept every single time, don't forget, and there he is way over there. So I can just hit the W and he'll walk, or if you hit shift with the W you go faster. So just that's the little tip that was given to you. So interact. You must be the new trainee. Nice to meet you. My name is Grendar, and I teach the new dwarfs here the art of mining. I'll start you off with the basics. Use this ore navigator to locate and mine some coal and iron for me. Tip: select a desired ore with the navigator, and it will guide you towards the nearest vein. So, we need 20 coal and 20 iron. We will get 500 gold coin, 100 coal, and 100 iron. Accept. Okay. So, I'm going to hit Q, and there's our navigator. And I'm going to put this one over here. I'm going to put the pickaxe down here by the felling axe, and I'm going to put the sword next to that. Keep this all nice and clean. Now, if you click on V, it will sort your inventory and put like things together. It may not necessarily put things in the order you would like them to be, but it'll put all your like stuff together. So, and then Q to get out. Now, we're going to use our little, the wheel on our mouse to go over here to the navigator. And if we right click, we can select coal ore, or stone deposit, or wood root, or iron ore. At this point, that's all we can look for. The rest of these we will unlock as we go. So we'll start with coal. So the closer you get, the faster the little... Okay, that's having the opposite effect, because that's the coal ore right there. Why is it going so slow? Okay, so now it stopped. Okay, this makes no sense, people. Maybe it's the training camp. I don't know. It's not working. And it could be the training camp, because this actually does work when you're out in the world. So, yeah. Okay. So, we're just going to come up here. We are going to highlight our pickaxe, and we are just going to grab some ore, and I don't remember how many we need. I think it's 20. So, is it Q? No. Somewhere it tells me what we need, and short of going back and talking to the guy, I think it's 20. That's what I'm going to go with. I might do more. Okay, so I need 6 more, and it looks like I'm getting 2 at a time. So there, that should give me 20 of the coal. Yes, so now I'm going to go over here and grab, this is the iron deposit, and I'm going to grab 20 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be the 20. And there you go. There you see the little check mark. Plus it gives you a little tonal sound letting you know that you have what you need for this particular challenge or quest, whatever you want to call it. So, we're going to click on the E to talk to him, and we have the 20, it was 20, the 20 coal ore and the 20 iron ore. And you know what, come to think about it, in this corner right up here, the upper right hand corner, it tells you what you need. I had forgotten that. So we're going to just hit complete, and we'll get our goodies. So, Dwarven Technology and Smelting. Excellent. Time to put this ore to use. Head over to the research station and unlock Automation 1. Then use the smelters to make yourself some ingots out of the ore you have mined. Return to me once you are done. Excuse me. So we're going to go to the research station. We are going to create 10 iron ingots, and we are going to unlock Automation 1. we're going to actually do those in reverse order. We have to get automation 1 before we can make iron ingots. So once we do that, we will be rewarded with 50 iron ingots and the ability to purchase automation 2. Or it will just give us automation 2, I'm not sure. So we're going to say accept. So over there where the exclamation points are, that's where we're going. So these are the smelters, but if we look at them, we have no smelting recipes. That's because we haven't purchased automation 1 yet. So this is the research station. So we are going to speak with this gentleman by clicking the E. We're going to select automation 1. Now, all of these upgrades are going to cost you something, either in gold or in goods. Mostly it's gold, from what I've seen. Yeah, it looks like it's predominantly gold. So, and this will tell you what you will be able to do with automation 1. Create iron ingots, copper ingots, silver ingots, gold ingots, and you will be able to build your own smelter. Well, they have smelters here, so we don't have to build one for the tutorial. We would have to build one out in the real world. So we are going to highlight that. We know that we've got enough gold because we've finished a couple different quests and we've been given gold. So we're going to come down here. If this lights up blue, that means that we have everything that we need and we can unlock it. There you go. Try to keep my whistle wetted so that I can continue to speak. So we are going to exit out of this by clicking the E.
We must keep going.
Yes, we must. Okay, so now we can come down here to the smelter. And this is a manual smelter, and there are automatic ones. So we are going to create iron ore. Stop it! I have a cat wanting to play with the cord to my headphones. I am trying to look into getting wireless headphones. I don't know how that'll work, so I don't know. So, we know that we need to create, I'm going to close this for the moment. We know that we need to create iron ingots. So, I'm going to select iron ingots, and it's going to, there's an input of iron ore, an input for fuel, and an input and an output for your iron ingots. So this took me some time to figure out because I'm like, well, how do you put this stuff in? Because if you do this, nothing happens. So once you select the recipe, so we want iron ingots. If you select the Y key, that's going to automatically put what you need into the smelter to begin. So I didn't have to try and move things over and figure out. And it tells you that right up here. Manual smelter. E to interact. T takes outputs. Y fills the recipe. So we only need 10 iron ingots. I can take the 10 when it comes out and then leave it running so that it will continue to smelt the rest of the iron ore down into iron ingots. So I'm getting my hand ready, my finger over the T, so that as soon as that reaches 10, I can grab those. 8. Nine. And 10. So I'm going to hit the T, and so the 10 have gone here. Now what I can do now, so that I can add the rest of this iron ore to this, is I can hit Y again and it will refill everything. So, and now I can just hit the E to get out of it. It'll continue to run as long as the coal, the fuel, holds out. So that fulfills this contract. So I'm going to come over here and speak to Borin. Wait, no, not Borin. He wasn't the one that gave this to me. Grundar, the guy with the check mark over his head. And hit the E and hit complete. So, powering Dwarven Industry. Those are some high quality ingots you have made. Excellent work. Now it's time to turn those ingots into specialist Dwarven parts. Head over to the blacksmith and craft 10 iron plates and 5 iron gears. The smith will take gold in exchange for his services, so make sure you have some on hand. Tip: use the king's market to buy and sell goods. So, if you create more of something than you actually need, you could sell them potentially. I'm not sure if they buy everything or if it's just certain items of certain values. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far to where I'm ready to sell anything. So, I have a cat that is... Oh, I love you, but you're bothering me during my stream. So the objectives are to go to the blacksmith, create 10 iron plates and 5 iron cogs. And when we do that, we will get 100 copper ingots and 50 gold, iron ingots. So we're going to click on accept. Okay, little girl, you have to move. Oops, thank you. Thank you. Go on. Go play. Go bother your sister. Alright. I actually have 2 cats. And yes, they are sisters, so hang on. Oh, make sure I took that. Hold on. Okay. I just need to make sure I did something over there. Alright, so where are we? We are going to the blacksmith. Get my headphones comfortable again. Alright, so the blacksmith. So these dwarves over here with these stout little machines they're in front of are the blacksmiths. So we are going to interact with one of them. And we are going to select what we're going to make. So we have 60 iron ingots. So I'm going to select iron plates. And we need, I don't remember how many we need. 10? Is it 10 and 5? It's buried under here. I'll just close it. 10 and 5, yes. Okay, so.
How can I help you?
I'm not going to put all of my iron ingots here. Now, if you look at the bottom down here, it says if you click on this shift button and hit the left button, you'll move a full stack of an item. So however many is in this stack, that's what you would move. if you hit the shift button, you'll do half the stack, and if you hold the shift button and the left button, a single item. So I'm going to just use half at a time. So I'm going to click on the iron plates. I'm going to hold down the shift key and push down on the wheel in the center. I think it's pushed down. Yes, see that put 250 because that stack was only 500. And I believe I can do the same with the iron ingots. Hold down the shift and push down on the scroll wheel. Yes. So he's going to turn 30 of my iron ingots into however many iron plates. I believe it's 2 to 1. Yeah, it takes 2 iron ingots to make 1 iron plate. So I should get 15 iron ingots or iron plates. I'm going to hit the E to come out of there, and I'm going to go talk to this other dwarf. And I am going to select the cogs, and I am going to shift and left click this time because we're just going to put the rest of those 30 and the other 250 coins, and we're going to make cogs. So I'm going to let those go. While they're doing their thing, I'm going to come up here and take the 50 iron ingots that I got for the 100 ore that I just smelted. Because again, to make 1 iron ingot takes 2 iron ore. So now I'm going to come back over to this first one.
How may I help you?
And he is done. Ooh, what's going on? Ah, okay, food. You have to feed in this game, or you have to eat in this game.
How can I help?
And it hasn't gotten us that far yet. Oh, goodness. Oh, closed. Jeez, I don't know why it does that. Alright, so I'm going to just scoop up some of these mushrooms. Because these are edible mushrooms. And see, right now, I mean, I've just run out of energy. I'm slowly losing health. So I'm going to go to Q, and I'm going to right click on the mushrooms. And 21 mushrooms is not going to fill up my energy. I haven't been moving fast enough to get through the tutorial without dying. So so I'm just going to hit the T button. That's going to take my iron plates. I'm going to take my gold coin because I don't know. I probably will be back here. I'm going to take my cogs and the rest of my coin. So, and then E to get out. Alright. So now we can go over here and speak to this guy, and you know what? Just anytime you pass food, pick it up. So hit the E, and we are going to hit complete because we have made the plates and the cogs. You are becoming a true miner. Here's your next task. You now use the navigator to find a deposit. Once you have located one, use the build hammer to place a portable drill onto it. Fill it up with coal and switch it on to let it do some work for you. Tip: the portable drill is found within the machines section of the build hammer. So the objective is to build one portable ore drill, and with that we will get the backpack M. So we're going to click on accept. And I got to keep an eye on my health. So help me do that. Or I got to remember to do that. I'm so new to streaming. I do not yet have more than just a couple of followers, so I don't have people watching my live stream while I'm streaming it live. So it doesn't state specifically what ore you want to use or what ore you want to mine. I'm going to go with copper since we've already got iron ingots. So I'm going to use my scroll wheel to go back to the build hammer and click the left button. There's the machines section, and that's the portable ore drill. And I'm just going to put that right there on the side of the ore deposit. And we're going to click on, again, we're going to interact with the drill, so click on the E. I'm going to put some coal in it. I've only got 18, so hopefully that'll get me however much I need. And turn it on, toggle. Now, I don't think we actually had to mine anything with it. We just had to set it, but that's okay. I'm going to do that anyway. So I'm going to let that go while we come down here. So we're going to talk to him again. We are going to complete this. It says, great, you've learned the basics of mining. Equip that backpack I've given you and you will be able to carry around more goods. You must need to eat, so why don't you go speak to Norin and learn the basics of hunting and keep yourself fed in the wild. Tip, your inventory has equipment slots. Place the backpack there to use it. So we're going to say accept. We need to go speak with Norin the hunter, and he is over there. Now I'm going to open the Q button. There's my backpack and here's my equipment slot. So this is to go on your back, not your head. So we're going to put it where it says back. So now it just opened up some more slots. And I'm going to click on the Q again. Now I'm going to go talk to Norin. And E, interact. Dwarven diet. Greetings! All that running around you've been doing must have worked up an appetite. There are plenty of mushrooms around here. Pick some up and I'll show you how to make a soup out of them. Tip, make sure you always keep an eye on your hunger. The fuller the dwarf is, the more passive buffs you will receive. But if your hunter drops to 0, you will start to starve to death. It says I need 5 mushrooms. I currently have 32. So, I mean, I've already completed this one. I didn't even have to accept it. So, complete. And we got 50 coal ore. Well done. You picked out some good ones. Now, you could eat these on their own. But let's turn them into something more nourishing. Use the cauldron set up next to me to make yourself some mushroom soup. The cauldron will require coal or wood as fuel as an input to cook food. I generally use wood for cooking, mainly because I use my coal for my miners. My mining machines. So that's just what I do. So open the cauldron and create 1 mushroom soup. So accept. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to interact with the cauldron. I am going to select the mushroom soup, and it says I need 5 mushroom to make mushroom soup. Now, mushrooms by themselves only alleviate 2 hunger, which is the orange bar. Oops, came out. I went to the wrong place. And it gives you back 1 health. So the mushrooms by themselves, it would take a lot to fill up your hunger bar. The mushroom soup will give you, oh, it doesn't say. I have to build it first, make it first. Okay, so I'm going to put some wood in the fuel, and I'm going to hit the Y, because that's going to fill the recipe. So I only need to make 1, and that's all I'm going to make for now. So I'm going to take the rest of that out. I'm going to hit the T to take the soup, and I'm going to take my wood back out as well. So we've fulfilled that, so we're going to speak to him again. E, well done. Oh, never mind. Complete. Great, but we can make something much nicer. There are many boars around here. Kill some of them with that sword you have, and I'll show you how to make good use of their carcasses. Tip: boars are neutral creatures. They will not attack you unless you attack them first. You can press E to interact and loot a dead enemy to take any items they had on them. So we need to kill 1 boar, and then we will get 10 wood and 10 soft stone. So we are going to accept, and we are going to use the little scroll wheel to go over to our sword, because otherwise you won't be doing any damage to them. So it takes, I believe, 2 hits to kill a boar with your sword. So we're going to hit the E to interact with the dead boar. We are going to click the T to take everything he's got on him. And then we are going back to this other guy over here. Where is he? There he is. Interact. And complete. Dwarven diet continued. A good hunt. Now let's cook this game up. To do that, you will need to place a spit roast. You can attach the carcass onto it and then retrieve cooked meat once it's finished. Tip: a spit roast can be placed from the food and farming section within the build hammer. So again, it's the build hammer. We're going to click on accept, and I am running out. So I'm going to eat that soup that I made, and to do that you just hover over it and hit right click, or you can put it in a hotbar and do it from there. I don't. I usually have enough stuff in my hotbars. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to place, actually I'm going to get to my build hammer, and I'm going to left click to start placing, and I'm going to come over here to farming and cooking, and there's my spit roast. So I'm going to put that, I guess, right there. Yeah, that's fine. So now if you click on the E when you're facing the spit roast, it puts the boar on it, but nothing's happening. You have to hit E 1 more time and it will start cooking. You don't have to put any fuel in this because it is fire based, and I guess it just assumes that it's going to still be working. So it doesn't take long to cook up the boar. And it says that we need to cook 3. So we're going to take that by hitting the E button. And now we are going to go back to our sword. And we are going to kill 2 more boar. Okay, and actually I killed 3 more boar. So T for take. T for take. T for take. Now some boar will have more than one boar skin. Okay, boar hide. I've killed 4 boars and I've got 13 hides, so there will have more than one, and sometimes more than 2. So now I'm just going to come over to the spit roast and I'm going to hit the E and E again and let the boar spin. And I'm going to take it and put the next one on there. Now, with that boar, that last boar, I got 4 cooked boar meat. So I have a total of 8 because I've cooked 2 boars. I don't know if I get 4 every time or if I just happen to have gotten 4 these last 2 times. So, and I can hear that that has stopped, so I'm going to go out of there and hit the E and E again, and yeah, this is the last one. So once this one is done, so now if I look at the boar meat, the cooked boar meat, I can see that, okay, now it alleviates 15 hunger and 10 health. Gives me back 10 health and gives me back 15 hunger points. So, which is a lot better. And I'm going to hit the Q to get out. So now I'm going to go talk to this guy again and complete. Dwarven machinery. Smells amazing. That will sate your hunger. That's all for me. There are plenty more recipes you can unlock with the research station, which will provide you even better nourishment. But that is all the basics of food you have just learned. Now that you fed yourself, go speak to Theldon to learn the way of Dwarven heavy machinery. Tip: equip food into your hotbar or right-click on it within your inventory to consume it. I don't like to use it in my hotbar because I tend to accidentally hit it without meaning to. So it says, speak to Theldon the engineer, and as a reward we'll get automation 3. So accept. So I'm guessing we got automation 2 automatically before. We didn't have to buy it. So I'm going to go to Q and I'm going to right click on some meat to fill up my, or mostly fill up my hunger bar. So I need to go all the way around here to speak to Theldon. E. Hello, I was watching your progress with Grundar, but now it's time to get yourself a real drill. The true art of dwarven mining is in the strength of your steam-powered machines. They will mine resources and help you automatically manufacture goods for your every need. I have unlocked Automation 3 for you already, so all that's left to do is craft copper plates. So see, it's a good thing I left my dwarven machine drilling into the copper. So I need to return to the blacksmith and create copper plates. With it, I will, as a reward, I will get 25 iron cogs, 25 iron plates, 25 iron ingots, and 25 copper ingots. So I'm going to click on accept. And I am going to come over here and I am going to take my copper ore, and I'm just going to let that run. I don't know that I'll need it, but I'll let it run anyway. So I just have to remember to keep an eye real close on my my hunger, because I'll have to eat more of that meat. So I'm going to interact with the blacksmith.
Welcome.
And I am going to, I think I have, yes, they gave me some copper ingots. So I need copper plates. And how many did they say I need? I need 10 copper plates.
How can I help you?
So I'm going to click on copper plates. And I'm going to tap the Y to fill. So that put my 90 copper ingots here. Now I'm just going to move over some coin, because remember, the blacksmiths require coin to make your copper plates, and I need 10. So
Welcome.
I'm going to just sit here. As soon as I get the 10, I am going to take those and stop creating, because I don't know what else I'll need. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if I take the gold out, it should stop. Yeah, now I can take the 70 and take the T for take to grab the plates.
Dig deep and hold. Welcome. We must
So,
keep going.
and now I'm going to go back to this guy over here. And I'm going to hit complete. Great, now it's time to build the big drill. Use the build hammer to place yourself a large drill on one of the deposits. Then you can build yourself a belt and connect it up with that container so it's ready to transport goods. So I need at least one normal belt and a drill. Accept. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, now I only got 9 iron ore because I ran out of fuel. So if you're using these portable miners or these portable drills, you need to keep an eye on the fuel, because if you run out, it'll stop working. So I'm just going to move that out. Now I don't need this one here because we're going to build the big drill. So if we take our build hammer, and they don't have you go through this, but it's something I've learned, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. I'm going to left click on the drill, or on the hammer, the build hammer, and I'm going to push the letter X. I'm going to just click on the letter X, and that's going to change down in the bottom center. It's going to change it from start build to start destroying, because we're going to destroy this portable drill. But the good thing about it is we get everything back. Everything that we used to build that, we get it back as long as you've got enough slots in your inventory available. So I did. I've got more than enough, so I got all of my stuff back. So now I'm going to hit the X again, and then it's going to say start repairing, and then X again will get us back to the placing. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to come over here to machines, and this is the big drill. It uses 10 iron plates. We have 40, so we're good. 10 copper plates, we're good, and 10 iron cogs. We have 40, so we've got what we need. So I'm going to click on that big drill. I'm going to back up so that I'm not right in its path there. And I am going to set this right on the side there. And I guess that looks fine. Okay, so I've placed the drill. Now I just need one normal belt. So again, I'm going to left click to start placing. I'm going to go up here where it says belts and click that and click on normal belts. It only takes one iron ingot, and I have 125, so, and it says you only have to place one, so that's all I'm going to place. I'm not going to place more than it tells me to. So there we go. We've done everything we need to fulfill this part of the thing. So I'm going to come back and talk to him. And I am going to hit complete, and it's going to give me 15 wood, 10 iron cog, 10 copper plates, 10 copper pipe work, and 10 iron plate. Complete. Good work. They are far superior to the portable drills and won't require your attention to constantly refill with coal. Now let's power this beast. Place a water pump and boiler close to the drill you have just made. Connect the pump to the boiler with a water pipe and the boiler to the drill with a steam pipe. Tip: water pumps and boilers are found within different subcategories of the machine section within the build hammer. Okay, so I'm going to click on accept. Now here's the one thing that I'm dissatisfied on the tutorial of this game. And that is this whole section about powering the bigger to automate, the bigger machines to automate mining is woefully inadequate. I still have not truly figured out how to get water, because on the surface, in the area at least that I was, I saw there were like no streams, no lakes, no actual bodies of water. So I don't know if it just pumps water out of the ground and that's all there is to it. I don't know. I hadn't figured that part out yet. Like I said, I just played it a little bit to get a feel for the game. And I enjoy it. I like it. But the tutorial could be more in-depth rather than just throw us out there and sink or swim. I can't tell you how many times I died in the little bit that I did play because I kept sinking. So, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. So, this is this thing right there is where one of your pipes is going to go. And because that's the drill, that's going to be the steam pipe. So my guess is that the boiler should be next to the drill, because the steam will come out of the boiler into the drill, because you don't want the water pump right next to the drill, because then your steam has to go a lot further. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So pardon me, I had to drink some of my drink. So we're going to build. So I've got the build hammer. I'm going to start placing, and I'm looking for the boiler machines. See, that's an auto crusher. That's a smelter. What's that? Oh, water and steam. Okay, there's the boiler. Boils water using coal or wood, requires water. So I'm thinking that, why are there two outputs? I would think one of those would have to be an input, the water input. Doesn't make sense to me. Oh, okay, I don't know. Well, I'm going to just, I don't know. There we go. So now I'm going to get steam pipes, and it seems, I don't know if it uses the same pipe for steam as it does for water. I probably should have moved that closer, but I didn't. So again, I'm going to use the build hammer. Oh, okay. So we have iron water pipes, copper steam pipes. So connects boilers to machines. Use this to power machines. So I'm going to connect the copper pipes to the machine. Alright, now I'm going to, I right click to take me out of that build screen, and I'm going to click on this again, and I'm going to click on the iron water pipe. Well, actually no, first I need to make, let me see, that's a steam tank, that's a steam splitter, that's the water pump. So the water pump is going to go here, and my guess is it will I'll just face it towards that. Now I'm going to take the water pipe and connect the two. Is that it? So interact with the boiler. We're going to add some coal. Not enough water in the grid. And not enough steam in the grid. So that might be all there is to it. I don't know. I mean, I would have thought that you would have had to have some pipes going at least into the ground or something to get the water, but maybe all you need is the water pump. I don't know. We'll have to try it when we get to the main part of the game. Alright, so that's all we had to do for the tutorial. So I don't know, maybe that is all that there is to it. I thought that there was more to it. So we're going to interact, and we've got everything has is green, so we're going to hit complete. Congratulations, you have completed the basics of automated machinery. Now you should speak to our camp drill master and learn about the dangers out there in the wilderness and how to defend yourself from them. So we're going to go speak to Dromir the drill master, and we will obtain a mace. So we're going to click on accept. Now, just want to say this. So if we were truly setting this up for automation, we would have taken this these belts, and we would have connected them to this container right here. Actually, probably would have run it through a smelter first to make it into copper ingots, and then if we needed copper plates, we would put it through a I don't know if it's got like an automated blacksmith that would create the copper plates automatically. I don't know. It could just be that, no, we would just pick up the ore from here. Oh, excuse me. We would just pick up the ore from the container, take it over to a smelter, manual smelter, and smelt it, and then take it to a blacksmith. But that seems, hang on. Goodness. It just seems like that wouldn't be as automated as it could be. And I could be projecting from other factory games. There's a couple that I play that I like, so I don't know. This is early access, so there was an update that came out. Well, since I downloaded the game, an update has come out. Because I've had it downloaded for a little bit, I just hadn't played it yet. So, they're putting out updates periodically. So, anyway, so let's go talk to the drill master. You know what, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to hit Q, and I'm going to right click on the cooked boar meat. 3, 4, that's good enough. Alright, so we're going to talk to this guy. Greetings! Now it's time to teach you how to fend for yourself. The mace is a fine weapon. Equip it and use it to kill some goblins. You can open the cage behind me to release one. Tip: left mouse button to attack, right to block. Blocking a hit successfully will drain a certain amount of your stamina based on the strength of the foe you are facing. So, it's saying practice attacking, 5. Practice blocking, 5. I guess that's successful blocks and successful attacks. Kill 3 goblins. So we're going to click on accept. Now, we are going to go to our inventory, and we are going to put the mace down here right next to the sword, and scroll over here and equip it. The mace will do more damage. The sword only does 25, which is fine for boar, but for goblins, 50 is better. So, just saying. Oh, and herbed boar meat that we have here, that was given to us as when we completed an objective. it replenishes 20 hunger and 30 health. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to come over here and have to remember to right click to block, left click to attack, and we have to do both. So release a goblin, release the kraken. Come on. Oh, do I have to be looking at it? Okay. E. Here he comes. So we're gonna block, block. Okay, he's hitting me too much, so I'm gonna kill one. So now if we look at, okay, so blocking, hey, I blocked successfully 5 times. So I don't have to worry about blocking anymore, I can just attack. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on the E and I'm going to hit the T to take all to get everything he's got, which includes boar meat and gold and some coal. So we're going to release another one, so E. So now I'm just going to attack. Oh, he went flying. And there's another one. Oh, okay, he didn't get out in time, so I'm going to come down here and see what he's got. Ah, I get an orc skull. So I'm going to hit T to take everything. I don't know that I take anything with me from the tutorial when I go out into the world, so I love these one-hit kills. And whack. See, I've killed 4 goblins, but I still need one more practice attacking. So I'm going to take his stuff and take his stuff. And I'm going to open this one more time. So that should be the last one I need. Take. And he got out. So I got an extra. Take. Okay, now there is something that you can, a food item that you can make using goblin skulls called skull soup. It doesn't sound very appetizing, quite honestly, but it does replace 5 hunger points and 5 health. So, you know, when I pick these up, usually I'm down enough hunger that I can eat it and just to keep it out of my inventory. But do hang on to the skulls because you will need those, especially when you start on the main game. So as you kill goblins, you want to hang on to some of these, a good number of these skulls temporarily, at least. Okay, so we are done with that task. So we are going to come back here and complete. Congratulations, you have completed the basics of combat and mastered the training grounds. Feel free to roam around and get comfortable with the place. If there is anything else you wish to practice, when you are ready, speak to the cast gatekeeper to finalize your questing preparations. Except so, I mean, that's pretty much all there is as far as what you're able to do here. And as I said, I've played a little bit, so I'm comfortable. But if you want to practice, you know, killing boars and cooking the meat and all of that, you are absolutely welcome to stay and, you know, mine and build things. So I am going to go to the castle gatekeeper and interact. Excellent work out there. You have passed with flying colors. When you are ready, you can head back to the Citadel. Are you ready to complete your training and leave? Yes, let's complete.
Yup.
Okay, so that puts me back in my little room. I have amassed 43,000. Oh no, that's, never mind. That's something else. That's from when I was playing on my other save. So, so we're going to come here and Citadel Relay Station. We're going to interact. So now we're going to create a new game. And we are going to do the Three Brothers Quest. The Three Brothers Quest, you're going to be looking for specific items. But you have to build a base and automate it and all that stuff we just learned. So we're going to hit that. And difficulty, I'm sorry, you know, when I first start a game, I like to start it on easy mode, and oftentimes I'll keep it there, mainly because I play for entertainment and for enjoyment. If a game is too challenging, I don't enjoy it as much. I would rather play it on an easier setting and enjoy the game. I mean, it's still not a walk in the park by any means. I mean, I have died a lot when I was playing before on my other save. So I do die out there. But I just, yeah, it says the hostile enemies will spawn but have less health and deal reduced damage. The world has an increased amount of ore. At standard, it says everything is standard. You will drop your inventory on death. I don't like that, and I want the option of saying whether or not I drop my inventory on death. I don't like that. No, just let my inventory come with me, because then you have to try and find where you died, and I don't know if it puts a marker where you die and whether or not you can see that marker. The one thing too I have a problem with this game is, as far as I can see, there is no compass. So it's like when you turn to and go in a direction, you don't know if you're going north, south, east, west, northeast, southwest, whatever. You just don't know. So I prefer to play it on an easier difficulty level. A lot of games, if they'll have in the modes, they'll have like the lowest one being story mode, meaning that it's going to focus more on the story, and the combat, the whole life and death aspect of it is not as high a priority. So the enemies aren't as difficult. They don't do as much damage. The rewards tend to be higher, and that's all fine with me. If you like a harder game, by all means, play it on the difficulty setting that you are comfortable with. Just know that if you're watching my streams, odds are I've set the difficulty level down a little bit. Um, I was actually doing a live stream of Skyrim, and I could not beat any of the more difficult bosses. I went into what I remember as being a fairly simple to complete side quest for an NPC, and I kept dying. I could not get close enough to the guy to even do much in the way of damage, and he was knocking out my damage left, right, and center. Come to find out, the game, it automatically put me into the game at adept level, which, no. Because that's harder than normal mode. So I brought it back down to a much lower level. So then when I tried to repeat part of the quest line that I could not get past, I cleared it without. I mean, I still had to work for it, but it wasn't like I didn't die 10 times trying to defeat the boss and still was not able to do so. So I just enjoy it more if I'm not constantly dying in the game. So you play it the way you like it, and I play things the way I like. So I'm going now to advanced settings. You know what? I didn't notice these. Let me see. Requires a wet nurse. Enemies do 75% damage, you wimp. Dwabby mode. Enemies have 75% health, you dwabby. Okay. Plentiful materials. Deposits found have 140% resources, and 2 additional deposits are in caves. No items are dropped on death. You know what? Alright, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. I'm good with that. So I'm going to go to the airship now. So the airship is which way? That way. So I'm going to come down here. Now, I believe, okay, departing in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It seems to me we are starting. Are we starting from scratch? I don't know. It won't let me look at my inventory while we're on the airship, so I'll have to look when I get dropped off, so we'll see. Generating world. Don't be afraid of orcs. Okay, wasn't able to see that. Orcs will rage and attack each other. Okay. I want to come over here and look at where I'm going. Wow. Lightning. Okay. When I was playing before, I didn't see no lightning. I didn't even see rain. I mean, it didn't rain. So I don't know. I don't know if this brought me to a different place. I couldn't tell you. Don't know. So I guess we're getting ready to land. Orebound. So this is where we're going to start off. Oh, in the snow? Really? Definitely not where it dropped me off before. Okay. Now there is a multiplayer aspect to the game. I have not tried multiplayer. So, okay. Leave the dwarven airship. So, jump down. There we go. Bye. Okay. Oh, what's this? Ancient stone. Read. Oh. 3 kings, 3 brothers, 3 kingly gems. Adventurer, you are tasked with seeking out 3 ancient relics of dwarven kind. Long ago this land fell under our once great kingdom, but in recent times it has slowly dwindled away. You must seek out the 3 kingly gems of Elgrod, Gilgrom, and Thulgrim. Recover the royal gems of their birthright, save them from falling into the hands of our enemy, and combine them into a master rune worthy of dwarven kings. Ward off those who oppose us and reclaim this land. Okay. So we have our build hammer. We have some items. We don't have a lot of items. I'm going to move down to a lower elevation. Mainly because I'm on the side of a mountain here. And you know what? I'm going to pick up some stone and some wood because we will need that. That's a boar. You know what? I'm going to get my sword out. As I run across boar, I am going to gather some mushrooms. Now let me see here. I've got... So, you don't bring anything with you that you get in the tutorial. So, just a heads up. I don't even have the backpack I had. So, I've got a limited amount of spaces. So, I gotta be careful about how much I pick up on my way down. I do need to pick up stuff for food. I need to pick up wood and stones because we need all of those things to do some of the first things. So, okay, so there is an iron deposit. Now, iron deposits, the regular ones that you just see in the world, they have a limited number of resources. So like this iron deposit has 1,400. So, and I don't even have a pickaxe at this point, so I can't even mine it. So if I were to sit here and mine it, and when you mine it, it takes, I think it's 50 with each hit, even though you only gain 1 ore. So if you use a portable mine drill on it, a portable resource drill, it goes a lot further. You get, I believe it's pretty much 1 for 1. So just want to give you that little tidbit because I didn't figure that out until later. So I'm going to, I mean, at the beginning, the very, oh, there's some seeds or some berries, whatever. At the very beginning of the game, you will have to mine it with a pickaxe. You won't have a choice because you're going to need some ore. Be very careful about being close to mines because if there is a goblin or orc in the close to the end that you're in, you can get attacked. Your sword will kill them, but you'll have to make more hits. So yeah, I'm definitely in a different place because these those flowers, the Essor plant, I didn't even have access to until I had traveled further away from my base. So I'm going to grab these herbs because you use the herbs for cooking. So again, be careful because if there is an orc or a goblin nearby, they could pop out at you, and if you're not ready for them, they can do some damage. So this is a bigger deposit, but still, I mean, it looks bigger than that one that was just popping up out of the ground a little bit, but it holds the same amount of ore, 1400. So once you get underground and you start exploring the caves and the tunnels underground, you can run into the massive ore deposits that are unlimited. They have an infinity number of ore that you can get out of them, so they never go away. So I guess that's just my footsteps I'm hearing. I'm hearing a boar, but I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta be careful I don't fill up every single space before I get to where... So I guess this is a flat enough area that I can set up a base. So here are some boar. I'm going to go ahead and grab me some boar meat so that I can cook it and be ready for... I need to hit the T. Okay. So basically, and you can see because I did move to an easier setting. There's a lot of stuff out here. But as you use the stuff close to where your base is at, some of it will respawn, some faster than others. So just be prepared for that. Alright, so I am going to, I guess this is where I'm going to set up a base. So I'm going to go to my build gun and I'm going to start placing, to start with, the King's Quests board. Accomplish the King's Quests to become the strongest dwarf. So to build this I need 15 wood and 15 stone, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it turns blue, so I've got what I need there. So I'm going to build that. So this is the King Quests board. So I'm going to set that, oh, I'm right there that close to an underground. Okay, I don't want to be that close to underground. So we'll move him out a little bit further. There we go. The board is a central hub for quests and rewards to explore this world. It is also a beacon you can locate using the beacon compass tool in your hotbar. Equip the compass and use it to place beacons while exploring, or you might get lost in the deepest caves. Resume. Okay, so in our hotbar, we have the build hammer, which we will use a lot, a steel sword, some wall torches, and you can put those on the walls of tunnels, to my understanding. It just says lights your path. It doesn't say it has to be inside of a building. So I'm assuming you can place them on the walls inside a cavern that you're exploring. Some flares light up the dark. Left click to select, right click to unequip. Here's your beacon compass. So, and these are tethers. They can be used to light the route in caves. So, and I just recently discovered how to use the beacon thing. So, we're going to come over here to the beacon, and we are going to right click, and we're going to say, okay, find the King's Quests board. So you see where the arrow is pointing? Okay, the point of that arrow, hold on, let me turn off my alarm. The point of that arrow is pointing behind me. So if I turn around, it points directly towards the direction you want to go to get to the King's Quest board. So I usually build, or at least on the last, the previous game I played, I built my base nearby this board, which makes sense. So it would take me back to my base. But I got terribly lost. I finally had to give it up and just respawn, which basically counts as a death. So, you know, at least I didn't lose my stuff. But I didn't know how this worked yet. I didn't find this out until later. So, that's how that works. And these tether things are great for when you go into a dungeon. I would recommend having no less than 100 of these, because it does not tell you, unlike there's another factory game I play, and I don't know if I can mention other games or not so much, especially when it's the same type of game, but when you put out power poles, it tells you if you're doing a power line to the next power pole, it'll tell you when you've hit your maximum length for your line. So you can move back a little bit until the color changes again, and you can place your next power pole to keep your line connected. This doesn't tell you when you've moved too far away from the previous one, so I tend to use a lot of these when I'm in dungeons or when I'm underground, because the cave network is insane. Yes, take lots, and if you run out, backtrack back to the beginning, go back to your base and build some more. That's the best advice I can give you. I guess if you can build I think those are built in the tool. Oh, what's it called? Jeez, I don't remember. Anyway, I'll show you when we get there. So, we are going to come here and we're going to look at the King Quests board. So, we're going to interact with it. So, we're starting at the beginning because these are locked. You have to finish all of the beginning before these will open up. So, you can track multiple of these quests. So, Strong Foundations You'll need to place a place to craft your tools, build an area to start your base. So basically, I think it'll let you track 5 at a time. So I just click on the first 5 here. 4, 5. I think that's it. I don't think it'll let me do 6. Yeah, no, it won't. Once I complete one, then I can come down and click on another one. So I can have 5 at one time. So we're going to close that. So here it tells you off to the right, strong foundations, I need to build a tool station. The finest dwarven lumber, I need to build an axe, and I need to gather 100 wood. Well, I've already gathered 199 wood, so that part of it is done. I still have to create the axe. To create the axe, I think I have to create the tool station. That's what I was trying to call it, the tool station. Dig for the king. Build a stone pickaxe and mine 20 coal ore. A true miner. Mine 20 iron or 30 iron ore. And powering dwarven industry. Create a research station and create the king's market. So those are the first 5. And you don't have to select the first 5, but when you're first playing it, it's easier to just follow them down the row, because sometimes you'll need, you need to build the pickaxe before you can even mine the iron ore, so there's no point in doing that one before you do this one. So to go any further it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to build, scroll over to my build hammer, and because they give you basic wooden structure, I'm going to build I think I'm going to use the bigger foundation bases. I don't know. Can't decide. 8 by 1. 8 by 1/2. Oh, it just makes them not as tall. So I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to just set these. I don't want to bury things like the herbs because I'll need those for cooking. And the same thing with the mushrooms and the stone and the wood. So probably should go through and clear your area. So here's a copper deposit, which we will mine shortly. So the good thing is if you build high enough, you can still get to anything that might respawn underneath. So now I'm going to put stairs so I can get up into my thing here. I'm going to, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. Back up. Why? I want it to snap. Oh, this must be not the right size piece. I think I picked that one. I needed this one, the 8 by 1. So I have to be closer to it. There we go. So, and see, it kind of snaps there a little bit. So I'm going to start it 3 by 3 is what I'm going to do. So that's Oops. I think I overlapped somewhere. Back this back. I gotta make sure to line it up exactly so. Because otherwise it will look off. Okay. Okay, I think that's right. So that one I put in the wrong place. So I'm going to come over here. Now, instead of placing, I want to switch build modes to destroy. So I want to destroy this one because it's in the wrong place. And that one might even be in the wrong place. So I'm going to do both. I get my wood back, so you're not actually destroying it and losing the materials. So that's at least something. So now I'm going to go back to my build. And get it to snap properly. Why is it not snapping right? Oh, come on. It should snap. I don't know why it's not snapping. Build mode, forge frame. I think that's, let me see, F. Let me hit the F. That becomes free place, and I don't want free place because I want it to snap. I don't know. See, it's down too low, and I don't, that's not right. So just to let you know, I live in Florida, and 'tis the season, not to be jolly, but 'tis the season for rain. Now, I live in a mobile home park, and usually I'm okay as far as I don't lose power too badly. But if the storm is severe enough, and if a transformer gets hit, obviously, okay. If I lose power, it's going to stop the stream. So just to give you a heads up, if I lose the stream, we'll just call it a stop for the day, and we will pick it up next time. So, okay, so, and I need to go get more wood, so I'm going to just come run around here and pick up as many logs as I can find, because I don't have a wood cutting axe yet, so I can't take down trees. And honestly, I try not to take down trees if I can help it, because, you know, who wants to look at a totally barren landscape? If I can just pick up the fallen ones off the ground, I will. Now, if a tree is in my way, then obviously I'll have to take it down. But if I don't have to take them down, I try not to take them down. So I'm just going to gather up as much wood. See, I can chop these once I get a wood cutting axe, but I don't have one yet, because those will give you some wood. These will give you, like that one gave me 5. See, here's some iron. That one gave me 6. That one gave me 7. That one gave me 5. So The logs, it seems like you get between 7 and 5. It's kind of random, I guess. Or maybe it's 5, 6, then 7, then back to 5, 6, then 7. I had never noticed that, but that seems to be the trend. That one, well, that one also gave me 7, so that's the second one that gave me 7 in a row. So yeah, so it's random. Plus, when you collect the herbs, that'll give you some wood, I think. Oh, maybe not. It looked like it was giving you wood, but maybe not. Okay, so let me see how much wood I have. Oh, there's a couple more, so we'll go ahead and grab them. Yeah, it's starting. We're starting to hear thunder out, so we're going to get some rain. Now, because I live in a mobile home, it's mandatory evacuation zone. I do evacuate. My life is worth more to me than not evacuating. So I pack up my car and I pack up my cats and we go to Orlando to my son's and hunker down. So there may be a week or so at a time that I can't stream because I've had to evacuate. And unless I take my desktop computer, I won't be able to stream. My desktop computer is a true gaming computer, so it is not a small, lightweight thing. I haven't gotten my laptop set up for streaming at this point. I don't know if it'll be capable. So we'll see. So there might be a week or more that I can't stream because I don't have my PC with me. Luckily, I can take my work laptop with me and work from anywhere in the States, so that's something anyway. Okay, so I want to finish putting my foundation down. Okay, that's right. Come on, snap to it. That's not right. Not yet. There. So you just gotta get the right. Ooh. Oh. I thought I was being attacked. Yeah, my body's attacking me. I'm hungry. So, all I have is 3 of these and a bunch of mushrooms that I can eat to bring up my... There. One of the things I need to do is to get cooking going. So, alright, so there's my 3x3 base. And it'll expand. And actually, I'm not going to have the wooden base for very long. Once I get to where I can build with stone, I will be doing so. Alright, so I need to build the tool station. So go to my build hammer and go to crafting and tool station. I need 20 wood and 20 stone. It turns blue, so it looks like I've got what I need. So I'm going to put this in this corner. And I will put up some walls at some point. I probably could have moved this back a little bit, but for now it's fine. If I need the space, I know I can move it back. So now I'm going to interact with my build station, and I'm going to make my stone pickaxe for mining dirt and ores but not much else. And yes, if you use your pickaxe on the ground, you'll make a hole. So I need 10 wood, 10 stone, and yes, I was able to create that. So exit. So if you look under strong foundations, there's a check mark next to it, and everything is in green. So I can go and complete the strong foundations quest and get the prize for that. Then I also need a wood axe, a wood felling axe. I need 10 wood and 10 stone. And yes, I have what I need to make that. So I've made that. So now I can cut down wood. And you don't have to cut down trees. You don't have to actually chop wood just because you have an axe. You can pick up the ones that fall. Now, remember what I said. Now let's go to my inventory, and I'm going to grab the stone pickaxe and put that down. I'm actually going to move some of this stuff around and put things in a different order. So I like my tools. Okay, I can't move that because I don't have a space to move it back into. So now I can move that there. So now I've got my tools, and now I can put my weapon, and then I can put these items temporarily. As I need the space for other things, I will move them out, but I'm going to move these items into these last 4 slots. So this is a health potion to restore health, not hunger, but health. It might keep you from dying until you can make food that you can eat. So that's the best thing I can say about that for the time being. Close that. So, oh, come on. The W, not the Q. Okay, so if you go up to one of these stumps, you can chop it and get some wood, and then it removes the stump. So you don't have to chop down trees. You can chop down the stumps and get rid of the stumps and pick up the wood from the ground to get your 100 wood, which is what I plan on doing. I only chop down trees when they are in the way of me building my base, my home. There we go. There's some more. Where am I? I've got 76. So I'm going to just keep going. May as well complete several of these at one time. Okay. Okay. I heard the dink. There we go. I just got the last of the wood I needed. So again, if you're listening, that little tone will tell you. That's just why it's good to turn the music off, I think. Or at least turn it way, way down. Being that I'm streaming and I don't want to ding just in case it's copyrighted music, I'd just as soon turn it off. So, so now, under Dig for the King, I've got my pickaxe. So if I move over to my pickaxe, now I'm going to look for a coal ore deposit, and I'm going to mine 20 ore out of it. And then you will be able to see what I mean by, especially once I get the miners, the portable miner, manual miner. So this is your coal deposit, and like I said, it's got 1400 capacity. But that's if you're using a portable mine, or portable drill. If you're mining it, like I'm going to hit it one time with my pickaxe. So see, it dropped by 50, and I got 2 ore. Whereas with the mine, or I keep calling it a miner, with the drill, the portable drill, I believe it's pretty much 1 for 1. So I used 50, but I only got 2 out of the 50. So it's not anywhere near as efficient. But I need the ore before I can start automating. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, I'm going to mine this whole deposit, and I think that'll give me the 20 I need. And then some. So I'm just going to use this one all up. There. Now it's down to 0. So that if I'm looking for coal to mine again, and I see this one here, and I come running over here, and oh man, that's right, this one is depleted. If you press the E button when it's depleted, it will destroy it. It'll remove it. They will not respawn if you haven't removed them. If you don't remove them, they'll just stay there forever. So remove them, because sometimes deposits do respawn. Maybe not in exactly the same place, but that way you're not constantly running up to, oh shoot, this one's depleted. Oh shoot, that one's depleted. Oh, this one's depleted too. You know, that just doesn't make sense. So we've completed 3 of them. You know what? Let me go ahead and take care of the iron one as well. And then, so I'm going to come up because I see one, and whether it's a big one like this that it says 1400, or sometimes you'll see them to where they're just peeking, just a little mound on top of the ground. It's probably a bigger piece like that underneath. It doesn't matter whether you do that one. They hold pretty much the same until you get down into the caverns and you find the massive stones, the massive deposits that are, and they don't have a number, they've got an infinity symbol. That's at this level. I don't know if they're infinity at the normal play mode. Don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and mine this one completely, deplete it. So I should get like 84 iron because I got 84 coal out of the coal one. So I should get 84 coal out of the iron one because it's the same number of resources. Yeah, 84 iron. Okay. So, and again, we're going to click on the E to remove it. So, okay. So now, the next thing is the research station and King's Market. I don't know if those are going to cost me any gold, so I'm going to go ahead back here, interact with the King's board. I'm going to hit complete on the ones that are done. So I'm going to start at the top, complete, because that one gave me 250 gold. I'm going to hit complete. This is going to give me 300 gold plus the navigator. Equip the navigator and use it to locate ores to mine and deposits to drill. The hammer will ding faster as you get closer to the ore. Use the right mouse button to change the type of ore to find. Unlock more resources at the research station to find different ore and deposit types. We're going to hit resume. We're going to scroll down. So this one is also done. We're going to get 100 coal, 20 more wall torches, and another 350 gold coin. And then a true miner. Now we have coal and the navigator. It's time to acquire some iron ore so we can start to smelt. We didn't have to use that because it was just right there. So we're going to get 500 gold coin for this one. Okay, so now we've cleared 4, so we can come down and start 4. You know, click on 4 more. I don't know how many are left. So we're going to track this one. In this one, we're going to build a smelter. And then track this one, we're going to build a bed and a blacksmith. We're going to track this one, we're going to build the portable ore drill. And that's the end. Once we get to the end of this, the beginning will be completed, and these locks should go away and all of these others should open up. So
Farewell,
close
my
that.
friend.
Now I'm going to go up onto my raised platform. Well, if I can find the stairs, I guess I should put one on each side. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to be a lot of running around. Okay, so over here, I'm going to use my build hammer. Start placing. And here's the research station, so I'm going to click on that. I need 20 wood, and I have 100. I may have more than that. I don't know. I need 20 stone, and I need 10 iron, it looks like. When I hover over it, it turns to blue, so I should be able to just build this. It should tell me that it's, yeah. So I'm going to put him, I'll move out here and over. I'll just put him there. Alright, so there he is, and now I'm going to start placement, and I'm going to go over here to King's Market, and I can build this one, and I'm going to turn him around because he's facing the wrong way. Okay, so I'm going to put him there. So I just completed powering Dwarven Industry. Okay, so again, I can go if I choose to. I can go each time. I don't necessarily need to. I mean, if what I get for completing one thing is going to give me what I need to do the next thing, then I would. But in this case, I don't believe I do. So feel the heat. I need 24 iron ingot, and I need to build a smelter. Well, I'm going to have to build the smelter first, because the smelter is how you get the iron ingots. So it makes sense, right? So I'm going to come to this corner, and I am going to put, if I can, my build hammer, and would this be mining? No. Machine? No, must be here. King's Quest board. Wooden storage. Okay, you know what? I think I actually need to go to the research person first.
How can I help
Yeah,
you?
I need to get automation 1. So it's going to cost me 500 gold coin. This says 0, but this is just what is in basically the bank, which I haven't built yet. So I don't have a dwarven vault or anything like that. So that's why it says I have no gold coin. Well, I do. I've been collecting gold coin. It's just in my inventory. So 500 gold coin. I'll be able to smelt these 4 ores once I build this, and I'll be able to build a smelter. So if I click here, it turns blue, so that means yes, I do have more than 500 gold. So I'm going to click that and unlock that. So I'm going to hit the
Farewell,
E
my
to
friend.
unengage. Now I can go over here and build a smelter. There we go. Manual smelter. Jeez, it's thundering out. So I need 30 soft stone and 10 coal ore, which I have. So I'm going to build one right here. There we go. You know what? I'll just build 2. Why not? Okay. So now I can start smelting. I need, oops, wrong thing. Let's get out of here for now. Okay. So I need 25 iron ingots. So I need to smelt some iron. So we're going to hit engage. And we're going to select iron ingots because that's what we need to make. It will take 2 ore for each ingot. I have 64 ore, so I'll be able to make 32 ingot, and I think I need 25, so I have enough. I also have the coal ore to power the smelter. So once I've selected my recipe for my iron ingots, I just have to hit the Y button to fill the recipe, and it'll automatically start. So I don't have to stand there on top of that, so I'm going to exit out of that, click on the E to unengage. So I've got the iron ingots going. It says a blacksmith's home, so I need to create a wooden bed and I need to create a blacksmith. So I'm going to come to this corner and put my bed. And this will all be changed pretty soon. Once I get to where I can build with stone, I'm going to build a proper dwarven like citadel building. Get a little bit more fancy with it. So I'm going to build my bed. So let me exit out of my inventory. I'm going to do my build hammer and fortress. Okay. So here's the bed, furniture. That's all I've got right now. Bed and a wooden storage chest, which I do need to build some. But I'm going to start with a bed. So I need 5 boar hide. I only have 4. Because see, it tells you right there when you hover over it, it says I've got 4 out of 5 boar hide. So I need to go kill another boar. I need 10 wood. I have 50, so I'm good there. So I'm going to exit out of this because I can't build this yet. Actually, I'm just going to exit. I can't build the bed yet. I've got to go kill another boar. So I'm going to equip my sword. Don't forget to do that, because if you try and use your build hammer on a boar, you're going to just annoy the boar, if it does anything at all. May as well pick up wood where I can. There we go, there's a boar. Now, the sword, it takes 2 hits. I'm going to take all his stuff. So now I have 5, I have the boar hide I need. With the sword, it takes 2 hits to kill the boar. Once I get the mace, I believe it'll kill the boar in 1 shot, which is nice. So, the bed, putting the bed over here. So I'm going back to my build hammer and click on the bed. So now I have 9 out of 5 boar hides, so I've got more than enough. I'm going to turn that around to where it's facing that way. Now, when you're looking at the bed, if you right click, no, if you, no. Oh, let's set the spawn point. So hit E, so engage with the bed. You can actually change the color of your blanket. I like purple, so that's what I'm going with. And I'm going to set this as my spawn point. If you don't set a spawn point, you won't spawn back to your bed, which is usually in your house or your dwelling, whatever you've got. I believe it'll spawn you by the king quest board. I think so. Just letting you know. So now I need to see what I need to build a blacksmith, which that'll be under crafting, I think. Maybe not. Wait a minute. Blacksmith. I wonder if I need. I wonder if I need to research the next level. Oh, yep. I think that's the blacksmith right there. So for automation 2, to get your blacksmith. So, and you also get the portable mine drill. So this is 1500. I don't know if I've got that much. Oh, and there's more in it. If you click on more, it'll, well, it shows you right here what all there is. So I'm going to exit out of that for now and go to my inventory and see how much gold do I have. I only have 500 gold, so I can't get that yet. So I cannot create ingots yet. Let's go. So this is when I would say, okay, let me turn in this quest, because this quest that I've completed, that might give me the other 1,000 gold that I need. I don't know how much I get for this quest. So let's look. So I'm not done with this one yet. Not done with that one yet. I am done with this one. So it's only going to give me 500. So I'm still 500 gold short. Yeah. So, and there's the rain. And yes, it's coming down. So, I'm looking to see what I need to do with some of these others. This one I have to build this, so I can't do it yet. This one I can acquire the coal manually, but I have to build this to get this gold, so I can't do that one. And those are build the following and oh, I can do it because I'll get the other 500 I need here. Okay, that's right. I put iron. In fact, do I need 25 or 50 now? I'm not sure. I put iron in here, so I'm going to hit the T to take the output. It leaves the coal here, so as long as you don't need the coal for anything else right now, you can just leave that there, which I'm going to. So now feel the heat. That quest is completed. Whoa. So I'm going to come down and, oh, and there are these loot bags that show up, and I think that's for when you get something from completing a quest or from doing something, but your inventory is full, so it puts whatever's left into a loot bag and drops it. And since these are here by this, I think it's from doing the quest. So I'm going to look and see what's in this. Yeah, I'm going to take all those torches because that was one of the things that I got. And this is 400 coins, so I'm still 100 short. So I'm still going to need to or wait a minute, did I get the coin? 1,004. Oh, and I gotta eat something again. So right click on mushrooms. I need to get my food station going. I'm just gonna eat the mushrooms, I guess, to bring my health up some. Okay. I'm gonna have to go hunt mushrooms again. Okay, so that only gave me about half. That's alright. What am I looking for? Oh, I went down there to
How may I help you?
to get this one to complete. There we go. Yay! So, I'm gonna exit. Make sure it didn't drop another loot bag. That's why I need to make some goodness. Hold on, I've got to look at something because that sounds like more than rain hitting. I mean, it might just be rain, or it might be. You know what? We're getting hail. Holy crud. That's worrisome. Because hail, especially in Florida, could be a precursor to a tornado, which we don't want to go there, people. Kind of scary. All right, so so now I can go back to the researcher and I can get that second automation. Unlock. I'm trying to get all of the beginning quests done, and we're almost there before I end the stream. So going the wrong way. I need to go here. I need to build the blacksmith. Oh, I have to close my inventory. I'm going to build the blacksmith. I have everything I need, so I'm just going to build one for now. I'll build more later, because it's good to have more than one. Okay, hopefully. Alright, so that finished that one. Now I need to put down a portable drill, and I'm going to put it on this coal deposit here. So a portable drill. Oh, you know what? I might need to do some, because I think I need, yeah, I need iron ingots and copper ingots. So I am going to mine this manually. Oh, I don't like that we have hail. Okay, so that's depleted, so I'm going to hit the E to get rid of it. And I need more iron. I did not necessarily have to deplete that whole deposit. Couldn't think of the word. But I mean, if I'm going to manually mine it, I'm going to go ahead and just deplete the whole thing so that I can set up so I can just get rid of the depleted deposits. And done. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. Since I have two smelters, I can use one for iron and one for copper. And see, I've got a copper over here, but I'm going to put an automated one. Hold on a minute, I've got to text this person. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to, I've already got iron listed, so I'm going to just hit the Y, and that'll fill the smelter with what it needs. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select copper, and press the Y. Hang on. Okay. Oh, and that actually will use wood. But see, I would rather use the wood as fuel for cooking. So I use the coal as wood for smelting. So I can exit out of that. So I'm going to let those do their thing. I need to make a portable drill. I'm going to look it up here. Under machines, we have drill. Portable drill, I need 10 copper, 10 iron, and 5 iron cogs. So I'll have to use some of the iron ingots that I make to make iron cogs. And that's what the blacksmith will do. So I'm going to go ahead and take those, and I'm going to check and see if I can get him started on iron cogs. Now remember, it takes gold to pay the blacksmith. So you have to manually move the gold over. To make iron cogs. It takes 2 iron ingots to make 1 iron cog. So 10 ingots to make 5 cogs. So I'm only going to put half of this stack. So I'm going to click the shift and the wheel, the center wheel on my mouse. Well, it only put 9 in, not 10. Okay, you know what? I'll just hit the Y to put the rest of it in, and when this gets to 5, I'll just take the gold out. There we go. Because if you don't have any gold to pay them, I'm going to take that. For now, I'm going to leave those other ingots in there because, well, I don't know. I might need them. I'll take them out. Because you can manually remove them. Okay. So exit. So I'm going to come over here and is it 10 or 20? Hold on. It's 10. 10 iron, 10 copper. So I can take those because I've got enough there, and I can take these, I've got enough there. So now I'm going to go over here to, I think that's the copper or the coal, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to build portable drill, and I have to power it, and it's ironic that you actually need coal to power it. Well, it might use wood, but I don't like to use the wood for that. I need wood for other things. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to take, oh, I'm still doing that. Okay, so let me see if it'll let me take half of this. There we go. That way it'll at least run it for a bit. And Y to fill it. So there we go. So that's going, and we've got the other going. So now I can cash in the one. Wait a minute, there it is. Okay. I can cash in the one because I'm done with it. And as soon as we do automated mining, that's where we'll call it. And we'll start on the next ones. Blacksmith's home, complete. And that gave me another 750 coin.
Farewell, my friend.
And
Well
then
done.
this one will give me another 200 once I get the coal
Dig
ore.
and hold.
So I need food, but I don't think I can do food yet. Oh, I can do a spit. Okay. That will at least help in the short term. Turn it around. So I'm gonna right here by my bed. That'll keep my toes nice and toasty at night. Build the spit and start the first bore. I've got 3 here. And I can go out and kill some more while I'm waiting for the coal drill to do its thing. There we go. Take, exit. Where am I? How much room do I have? Oh, I don't have any more room, so I can't kill any more boars until I take care of some of these. Okay, so over here next to my bed. Actually, no, I'm not going to put them there. I'm just going to put them right here. I'm going to create chests. So I'm going to start it there. And I'm just going to do, okay, I can only do 2. So now I can start putting, like, these are seeds, barley seed. So I have to get to where I can plant things before I can deal with seeds. So anything that's got a seed on it, I'm going to put those in here because I can plant those. And this is a mushroom spore, which is a seed. So that's done. This is herbs, that's for cooking. So in fact, I'm going to put it right underneath the corresponding seed. There's some berry plants. You see, berries provide small nutrients but make a better ingredient for dwarven alcohol. Restores 2 hunger, 1 health. It's not worth doing. This is used to craft potions that restore health. So I'm going to put that down there. Here's another seed. That is a hop seed, which will be for brewing. Oh, the navigator, I'm going to put that down here. So that'll give me another spot. So that's all I'm going to put in that one for now. And in this one, I'm going to put... I'll put the stone for right now. And I'll put these earth shards. I've only got 1 wood left. I may need those yet, and this yet, especially to make more. Okay. So I'm going to take all of that. I don't have any more. I'm going to take those. Let's go and check. So the coal deposit over here, we put that miner on and it's still working. It started off with 1400. It's down to 1253. See, it's coming down 1 point at a time. So let's see how many. I've gotten 74 coal. So I think it, so for, I think the way it's going to end up, oh, I see I'm hungry again. I'm going to be losing strength here in a moment, or health. So out of the 1400, I think I'll end up with 700 ore altogether using the miner. So let me go pick some of these stupid things. Yes, I know. I'm trying to get to where I can feed you. Unfortunately, I don't have the cooking pot to make the soup that I can make. So I'm going to come here. See, my health is going down. So I'm going to go to my inventory and right click on the mushrooms to eat them, to bring my hunger under control so I don't lose any more health. It didn't give me much, but I'm going to come over here to my sword and I'm going to go ahead and kill this boar and take the meat and the other berries. I can eat the berries. That'll also give me small amounts of food. I hadn't thought of that, because I should save the mushrooms because there will be a dish I can make shortly, which is why I'm gathering up the herb plants as well. So take? Okay, where? Grab the herbs because I'll be using lots of herbs and mushrooms with the boar meat before much longer. So it's no longer hailing, so I'm hoping that means that the possibility of a tornado has passed. I did not get a tornado alert on my phone letting me know that there was one in the area, so it just could be that there was just some small hail coming down with the storm. Get some more boar cooking. So let me look here.
How may I help you?
Okay, so these have unlocked now. So I can go to farming. See, and I'll be able to eventually build farm plots. But I want to get this recipe here, the boar and mushroom, so I need to get to tier 2. So I think I can do tier 1. I think I can unlock that one now. I don't know if I've got enough. I don't. So let's see how much I need. Okay, so not too much more. I'll have it once I finish that last. In fact, this should be done running now. So when I take it, because it'll stop at 100. 100 is the max that it'll hold. So it has 100, so I'm going to take those, and it automatically will start again as long as there is ore in there. Exit. So now I can turn in that last quest for the beginning section. See, and these are still locked up here. So we're going to complete that, and now these are all unlocked. So all of the beginning is done. Now, the rest of these, it's not going to be a case of, okay, on this stream, we're going to do all of the mining thing. No, because we'll be able to do a few of them. Because like this one, I don't know, let me see. So this is the rewards. This is what I need to acquire. But some of these, in order to get like to this, you have to get to a certain amount of automation, and it costs money or costs gold to
How can I help?
Get these. So like even under factory and manufacturing, so this one was 500, this one was 1500, the next one is 3000. But then when I get down here for automation 4, so I can do silversmithing or silver and some blacksmithing with silver, it's going to cost me 50,000 gold coin. And then for 5, it'll cost me 200,000 to unlock that. And then 6 is 1 million gold coin. And it just goes up from there. So they start off, you know, okay, 500, and then the next one is 2,000, but then after that is 15,000. So, and I do have the money to do the dwarf banking, so I'm going to go ahead and take that, unlock that, because now, I mean, I could put my gold in a chest. I don't want to put it too close to that because I want to set up steps on either side. Well, you know, I guess I could just do it on 3 sides. I won't put a door there. And keep in mind, if you place something and you're like, oh, you know what, I don't like where that's placed or how that's placed, you can, if you go to your build hammer and you hit the X to change it to destroying, you can tear it down. You'll get back all your materials and then just rebuild it where you want it. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and build the bank if I've got what I need to build the bank. There we go. That is under valuables. I need 15 wood. I have one, so I have to go get wood, and I need more soft stone. Oh, well, I've got soft stone. It's in one of the chests. So I just have to go here, and I think it said I needed 15. So I'm going to just, that's not the right one. I'm just going to grab the smaller stack. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Hold everything. Close that. Let's go in here and move these over. If you hold down shift and click the left button, it will automatically move the entire stack of whatever you're pointing at into the, in this case, the chest. If there's already a partial stack, it'll just stack onto that. So now I'm going to move that. Oops. I still had my finger on the shift. I'm going to move that there. Well, no. Move it down there. There's more hop seed. Any more seeds? No. So now I can come back here and shift left click and it'll move the whole stack, and that's fine. So, and I think it said I needed 15 wood. Yes. So I've got the stone, so I just need the wood. Come on. Alright. So, plus, here's a copper thing. I want to build another one of these onto there. And since I've got the fuel, I'm going to use it. Now, if I had hit the Y, it would have toggled it on automatically, but since I moved it manually over, I have to hit toggle to turn it on. So it's just easier to use the Y, and I didn't think about it. Okay, so I've got copper going. So I'm going to come out here. I need some more mushrooms because I'm going to be needing to eat more food soon. Grab some more of the herbs. You know what? Get my sword out and just kill some more boars while I'm at it. I've got a couple of spaces, so take. Alrighty, so pick up some more wood. Probably should not kill any more boars right now because I don't have a whole lot of space. I've only got one spot left, and I want to make sure if I need it, I have it. There's some more wood there. I should be okay now. I've picked up several logs. Pick up some more mushrooms. I know I said I was going to stop, but I want to get to where I can. I mean, I could eat the boar meat, but if I can get to the first part of the cooking stage. Come on. What am I doing? I need to go here. Valuables, bank. Turn him to where he's facing this way. He's facing out. And hopefully he's not hanging off the edge. Nope, barely not hanging off the edge. So I'm going to talk to him now.
How may I help you?
And I'm going to hit max, which is going to put all my gold there, and I'm going to say deposit. Nothing happens, and here's why.
We must
Didn't
keep
think about
going.
this. I need, along with him, I also need to build the coin storage. This is a small coin storage and it'll hold up to 5,000 coins. So if I fill this up, I'll have to build another. So for right now, I'm just going to build one. Yep, I know I need to eat. So now I can come over here. I can say max and hit deposit. And now it says I've got 2145 out of 5,000. And if I look over at my coin, see, I've got a pile of coin there. I need to eat some of that boar, I guess. Where's my... There it is.
Only I had
Where's the boar? Boar meat. So I've got 8. So these little... It cures 15 hunger and 10 health. So my health is back up and my hunger is now under control. And I'm just going to continue to do the boar until
welcome.
I don't have any more. Now I'm going to come over here to... So this, tier 1, it's 500 gold. And I've got 2,000. It'll let me make herbed boar. And it'll let me make the dwarven soup. Tier 2 will let me make boar and mushroom, which uses herbed boar and mushrooms. And to get the herbed boar, you use the boar meat that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, that one's already unlocked. So I can already make the herbed boar. I'm going to unlock this one because I've got 1,000. And it will take it out of my bank. So it's like a checking account. It's great. I love it. Okay. So we're going to exit out. Now I should be able to build the cooking pot. So I'm going to go over here to cooking. And there's the cooking pot, cooking cauldron. And I'm just going to set it right there. I can still get to my spit and I can get to the cauldron. So the cauldron, I'm going to use the wood to power. That's the fuel. So I want to make this. In order to make this, it uses herbed boar. So to make herbed boar, I need cooked boar meat, which is what I get from the spit, plus the herb bush. And it uses 3 at a time, 3 for each boar meat. So, go ahead and get another one going. I'm going to go get from this chest, I'm just going to grab the full 100. I don't know how much of it I'll use. Exit, thank you. So now I'm going to select my recipe and I'm going to hit the Y. And that automatically starts it. Exit. There we go. See, I think each boar that I cook on the spit gives you 4 cooked boar meat. Okay, so I don't have any more that need to be cooked, so I've got 8 more. Exit. Okay, I forgot I didn't need to do that on that. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit Y again and it'll add the rest of the boar meat. Now it says it uses 3, but Oh, I must have had more. I did. I grabbed 100, but I already had some in my inventory, so it refreshed all of it. So, hopefully the wood will hold out until I get all my cooking done. So, actually, no, you know what? We're going to just leave it here. And we're going to call it a day. I hope you enjoy this one. I know it's another crafting, base building, almost factory building game. But, I don't know. I find it fun. It's not quite the same. Not quite as involved as some of the like really big factory building games. Take that and let that keep running. So, and eventually those deposits, the copper and the coal that I've got miners on right now, will deplete. So when that happens, we'll just use our build hammer, go to destroy, and destroy the oh god, destroy the deposit that is empty, or destroy the drill that's on it, and then destroy the deposit. But you get all of the things that, all of the ingredients or all of the items you used to make it in the first place, those, you get all of that back. So I think to make the miner, yeah, it's 10 copper, 10 iron, and 5 iron cogs. Well, when you destroy the drill, you get it all back. It's not like, oh, well, you only get back 70% of what you used to build it in the first place. No, you get it all back. So, it's all good. Then you can just rebuild the drill on another deposit. So, we are going to call it there. So, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do a save. And this is a new game save. And we're going to call it Endara Livestream. That way I know I can tell the difference between that one and this is my other game that I was playing just before I started the stream. So I'll know that when I get ready to do a live stream, I need to go to the one that says live stream. And if I want to continue this one on my own, I can play this one. So I am going to now hit save. There's Endara Livestream. We're all good there, and I'm going to quit to the desktop. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've had fun with it. I've had fun with it. So I will see you next time. I will continue to stream Skyrim. I do have a stream of that, so if you like Skyrim or if you've never played it but you're interested, please feel free to watch my stream. Hopefully you will enjoy it. If you do, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel. I am trying to get some followers, so that, you know, when I'm on these, I can have the chat on a different screen and I can talk to people and just have fun with it. So enjoy yourself, game away, and I will see you on the next stream. I don't have set times yet. It's all over the place at the moment. I will dedicate a certain day at a certain time for a scheduled live stream, but then we'll have the little pop-up live streams periodically when I am home and have time. So have a good evening. I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.